This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2001 Jaguar XJ8 Vanden Plas.
This XJ8 is painted in Carnival Red.
Very beautiful looking car, very elegant looking. The front door panels do have storage areas, and it does have a premium Alpine sound system. Of course, you got power windows, door locks, and mirrors, and the driver's seat also has 3-person memory.
The interior features the cashmere color scheme, along with leather seat upholstery, contrast piping, and burl walnut veneer throughout.
Both front seats are fully power adjusted. And now, let's go ahead and start her up. On the remote, you've got the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and this button will flash your headlights if you push that. Very interesting looking keyblade.
With a production run that spanned just over 50 years, the Jaguar XJ served as the historic British automaker's flagship luxury sedan for decades. It began production in 1968 and ended up being discontinued after 2019. The 2001 model in this video represents what is known as the X308 iteration of the XJ, which was sold from 1998 through 2003. However, its basic platform actually dates back to the XJ40 generation, which have been made since 1986. The XJ40-based XJ was made from 1986 to 2003, albeit having been modernized by both the X300 revision for 1995 and the X308 revision for 98. The biggest change for 1998 models was the type of engine, with the straight 6 and V12 power plants being discontinued in favor of a new V8. Styling-wise, it's actually pretty similar to the X300 1995 to 97 models on the exterior, but the interior was updated somewhat. For 2004, the XJ would finally receive its first thorough redesign since '86. The US market Jaguar XJ could be had in 5 different variants for the 2001 model year. Powered by a 290 horsepower 4-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine are the XJ8, XJ8L, and the especially opulent XJ8 Vanden Plas. The 2 other variants are the XJR and the XJ8 Vanden Plas Supercharged, which get their power from a supercharged 4-liter V8 pumping out 370 horses. The sole transmission is a 5-speed automatic, and rear-wheel drive is also the sole drivetrain. The Vanden Plas name actually dates back to the late 1800s, with said nameplate beginning in Belgium as a builder of things like wheels and eventually horse-drawn carriages, and through a very, very rich history, went on to produce many high-end prestigious versions of numerous British cars, such as limousines and cars that were even used by royalty. In Jaguar's 2001 lineup of sedans, the flagship XJ is slotted above the smaller S-Type. Competitors include other flagship vehicles like the BMW 7 Series, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, and the Lexus LS.
The instrument cluster houses 4 analog gauges, including your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. There is also a digital display with your trip computers, that kind of stuff, which you can control via the button on the end of this exterior lighting stock. And you got some more of the controls for that right here. On this side, you got your exterior lighting stock, along with your information display control. On this side is your wiper stock, and this thing's got a cool singular windshield wiper. Some storage, trunk release, air vent for the driver, fog light switches, a leather and wood 4-spoke design multifunctional steering wheel. On this side you have your cruise control, and on this side are your hands-free phone and audio controls. The steering wheel is power, tilt, and telescopic. Going down the center of the interior, got your air vents along with an analog clock. Got your power door lock switch, valet mode, controls for your single stage heated front seats, traction control, and your hazard light switch. Below that are the controls for your single zone automatic climate control. Now this one's been fitted with an aftermarket Alpine head unit. Notice the shift gate is a J.
Behind the gear shifter are your cruise control toggle and sport mode buttons.
Parking brake is hand operated. It's a lighter and ashtray or storage and power outlet. Center console, you do have a couple cup holders that pop out. And you can also fold the whole thing up. The glove box is lockable. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. Your overhead lighting, garage home link with 4 settings. Usually it's 3, I noticed. Sunglass holder, and the power controls for your sunroof.
This XJ is riding on these beautiful chrome 16-inch rims.
Does have a front hinged hood. And the struts in this one don't want to keep the hood open, so I'll just hold it up like this.
The 2001 XJ8 is powered by Jaguar's AJ27 4-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine. It's a dual overhead cam 32-valve power plant with variable valve timing, and it produces 290 horsepower at 6,100 RPM, along with 290 pound-feet of torque at 4,250 RPM. Sending that power to the rear wheels is a 5-speed automatic transmission with low gear selection. Running on required premium unleaded with a 23.1-gallon fuel tank, the naturally aspirated XJ8 Vanden Plas gets an estimated 15 mpg in the city and 22 mpg on the highway. It has a double wishbone front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. The brakes are 4-wheel vented discs. Curb weight is somewhere around 4,000 pounds.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the driver's side. On the rear door panels, there are more storage areas, also ashtrays or small storage compartments. Now both the front seats have storage pockets on the backs, as well as fold-out trays. This is like something out of a Rolls-Royce or Bentley. Beautiful wood grain little tray tables.
With these buttons, you're able to control the front passenger seat.
Rear air vents. And back here, you've also got the controls for your heated rear seats. Heated rear seats, keep in mind this is a 20-year-old car, so this thing was the real deal when it came to luxury. Forgot to mention there's also a grab handle for the front passenger as well as two more for the rear passengers. You can also feel the leather stitching behind that. Nice touch. And a folding center armrest. Dual exhaust, chrome tipped.
The trunk of the XJ8 offers 12.7 cubic feet of space.
Got your CD changer back here. Nice spare. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2001 Jaguar XJ8. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.